Hey everybody, this is Amy. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day today. It's kind of rainy out, but that's okay. At least it's not snow and ice, right? It could be worse, but it's just a little gentle rain falling outside, so that's not too bad. So happy Saturday to everybody. And what I wanted to do this morning is I just wanted to kind of showcase some of my special cards that I have in my deck. And I have cats, so if y'all hear a meow or a growl or somebody is mad at somebody else, it's not me. It's my cat. So this is my deck. The Wild Fae Energy Oracle deck. Comes in its own pretty little black organza bag. Seems to be, it's pretty sturdy. As I was saying in my last one, my first deck that I did, which was my Free Spirit Oracle deck, it came in a really pretty wide organza, and it's held up well. I haven't had any issues with it. So they're sturdy enough you can throw it in your backpack, in your purse, in your lunchbox, just wherever you go. And these cards are very brilliantly colored. And I've designed them in such a way to where each one has different individual colors. And none of these two cards are exactly the same. None of them. I've individually done each and every card. So, but today what I want to do is show you some of my special cards that I have in this deck. I decided to put element cards in each of these. Now, I did not have this in the Free Spirit deck, so this is unique to this deck. But when I was making them, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to add this as a nice little touch. So back when I was doing my designing, and I was like, it just still needs something, and I was playing with different designs and things, and I was like, you know, I need something because I mean, these are about the Fae. Fae are all about nature and the elements. So I was like, that's what belongs in this deck. So I made specific element cards to go with these cards. So when you get these in your readings, you'll treat this just like anything else. The only difference is that, like with an element card, it might speak to you of a zodiac sign. It could speak to you as maybe a time of year that you associate with that, or, you know, maybe even someone's name. I mean, Spirit has endless ways of communicating, but this is just another way that you can use your intuition with it. So this is the Earth card. Earth offers her energies to you. And I made each element card to where it looks a little bit different, but you still got your Fae in there. They still play the part of that. So this is Earth. This is Air. Messages in the Air. I really like that one. It's like the Fae is bringing her the message, and she's listening. That's what it makes me think of. And this is Fire. If we can get it focused in a little bit. There we go. Fire's warmth and passion calls. And you can see the flames, but you can see the girl's face in there too. And it kind of makes me think almost like of a phoenix-y kind of thing. Like as if she's being reborn, or it might be the flames of creativity or love. You just don't know. And there's that little fairy like, hey, listen. And then we have water. Water's ebb and flow surrounds you. So you can see that she's surrounded by water. Her head is held high though, and she looks pretty confident with what she's doing. So yeah, again, just like the other cards, let these speak to you. But yeah, I wanted to show you that I do have element cards, and I might keep that as a regular in some of my other decks too. This card is a choice card. This is something that I do with my decks. And it's a little bit of a different thing, and I just felt like it was a cool thing to do in my first deck, so I continued it in this one. But this is for, you know, if there is something that's not covered somehow that you are looking for an answer to, and you happen to get this card, this is where your intuition comes in very strongly. Whatever you know, and if you think about it, sometimes we kind of know the answer, we just want it confirmed. Or we know it, we just don't want to admit it. But like deep down, like you know. And if you've been through this, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, you do. You know. So when you get this card, this is I don't want to say I call BS, but it's like, yeah, you know what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, use that card accordingly whenever you draw it. And the last card I want to share with you is one that is actually one of my favorite cards in this deck. And the only reason that I'm showing it in this set is because I just felt like somebody needed it today. So remember your sovereignty. Remember that you are a free soul, okay? You're a free person. Don't put yourself under subjection or bondage to anything or anyone. Don't give your power away. Don't lose yourself. And this is not speaking just physically, but spiritually too. Because, you know, I read, and I'm not going to go into a lot of long detail here, but I read something one time that said whatever rules you place yourself under, you can read that however you want. Whatever rules you place yourself under while you're on this earth, that's the rules that you have decided and accepted and contracted to live with. Doesn't have to be that way. That's what you chose. So be careful what organizations you contract with, that you build those rules and regulations and you put them upon yourself, because that's not necessarily the way it all is. It's you choosing to live under a certain set of rules and regulations. And we are free beings, okay? We are sovereign. Don't let anyone take that away from you. So that's what she's here to represent. And like I said, she's not an element. She's not a choice card. I was just going through these. I told my husband, I said, I just want to really showcase some of my special cards today. And as I was flipping through, this one just really leaped out at me. And she was like, add me. So I said, okay. But seriously, I was just like, okay, somebody needs to see this today. So maybe it's you. I don't know. But here she is to remind you. Remember who you are. Remember that you're a sovereign being. Don't let anyone take that away from you. All right. So my cards can be found at my website at Bright, B-R-I-T-E, dash vibes, V-I-B-S, dash boutique dot storenvy, STORENVY.com. And I will have the link in here. I sell my cards for $21.95. I offer international shipping. I mean, I ship everywhere. So wherever you're at, if you want my cards, they can be yours. You can drop me a message here and I can send you an invoice. You can go visit my store, whatever's convenient for you. And you can get these beautiful, unique cards in your hot little hands and give some unique, amazing readings. Now I'm just going to show you. I've got a few minutes on my video that I can do. So just to give you an idea of some of these. And I put a lot of heart into these. A lot of soul, a lot of myself. I have a couple people that have gotten some of my decks and they've given me some really good feedback with it. So I designed these cards to be able to use simply, and you don't need a book. You know, it's all about It's all about your intuition and letting Spirit speak to you. They're easy to carry around with you. I've got some spreads in here that you can play with and do. It's a little love note here from me to you, explaining a bit about my cards and trying to encourage you. And I really want to help people do their best, like live their best life and enjoy the life they have. And we get so caught up in everything that's going on. And yeah, you gotta watch out for people who might try to trick you too. But we get so caught up in things that we forget that simplicity is actually very underrated. And so these cards do not come with a book. They don't need a book. All you need is you and listening to what Spirit and what your guides have to share with you. Nothing complicated. Nothing you have to decipher, or that you have to be a master, psychic to determine it or anything like that. No matter how advanced or unadvanced you are, you can enjoy using these little cards. This one doesn't want to focus. There we go. But I've used a variety of mythical beings in here. They're mostly Fae. I do have a few other mythical creatures, and some that are actual creatures, but just really cool and mystical, such as dolphins, because dolphins always carry that mystique with them. So I had to include beautiful dolphins, so they're in here. And I have a couple centaurs in here because I did some research and found out they are also considered part of the Fae Kingdom, so I felt safe with including them. I have a dragon guy in here. I have a dragon in here. And so yeah, I just wanted to make this a fun, beautiful deck for you guys. Oh look, there's the last one. You are loved. You know what? I'm going to leave it on that. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little run through my cards. And I will see you soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.